And we are back. Good afternoon, everybody. And it's a lovely afternoon here at the Venetian in Las Vegas, where we are celebrating 30 years with CEREC and the good folks at Sirona. And it feels like old home week, old day week, because we have the same usual suspects with us.
David, I don't even know if it's daytime or nighttime. I haven't seen outside.
Is it Groundhog Day?
They keep it that way in Vegas, so we don't know what time it is. Folks, this is T-Bone, Scrammy, and Schultzy. See, when you've been together this long, we've all turned into nicknames. You guys haven't given me one, but maybe we need to save that for later. Why don't we jump right in with CEREC 4.4, and why don't we start with you, T-Bone? What can new users expect with 4.4?
I think, for me personally biased, the biggest thing on 4.4 is CEREC Guide 2. The ability to mill a surgical guide chairside in a matter of 45 minutes or so at a cost of exactly $56. It's a game changer for implant dentistry. We know that 92% of implants placed are 1 or 2 units, and CEREC Guide 2 fits that mold perfectly, and it will change the way implant dentistry is done. Not just what general dentists do, but the way implant dentistry is done.
Scrammy?
I agree. It's probably the biggest game changer, but from the software itself, the actual software perspective, I think you're going to see more customizable options, just ability to choose favorite materials, ability to have the screen set up the way that you like it to be set up, and it saves it. So it's becoming more customized, which is going to be good for the user.
Schultzy?
Hey, it's choosing your 3 favorite materials is great. So no more scrolling through 16 different manufacturers and picking out what.
And preset parameters per doctor in the office.
Right.
Exactly.
It's a lot of the little things that make the difference. All the little things that have just not made it bad, but just made it like a little less convenient. They fixed a lot of those things this year. So it's a nice improvement in those arenas.
Nice. Let's talk about BioJaw. We touched on this a little bit yesterday, but why don't we recircle back and talk about that?
What I was seeing from Samir's presentation yesterday is I think we're getting ready to be virtual wax-ups. I think that's there, and I think that has been very difficult and a feature that we've been looking for. Digital smile design, virtual wax-ups, using BioJaw. I was really impressed with that, and I think we're getting close to doing virtual wax-ups for our patients.
Yeah, really what BioJaw actually does is just so people understand what it does is now it takes a more global look at everything. So in the past with just biogeneric, it was just looking at specific parts of adjacent teeth and not the whole picture. So what it's also doing is it's opening up the more global tools for us to use. Just simple things that people took for granted, like biogeneric variation, where it wasn't probably a super commonly used tool in the past because it didn't work as good as it does now. And now with BioJaw, it certainly is a better option.
What I've learned is you never underestimate the developers of the software. So when you talk about BioJaw and about the virtual patient, it's like that will come in the next couple of years.
I think so.
Well, speaking of that, too, we were talking yesterday about, the last 30, the next 30, the next 5, the next 10. And everybody finds their very favorite element of a particular piece of software, right, or a tool. What would 4.5 look like to you? I mean, just because, T-Bone, you're always thinking one step ahead.
Well, I think what we're seeing now is the automation of the parts, right? We're doing auto buckle bite now, right? So I think, to me, the next step might be auto margination. Maybe an initial margin already proposed for you. That would be fantastic.
You weren't supposed to say that.
Oh, okay.
No.
We can cut that out.
We'll edit that out. I think that the best thing that a software can do is make it easier.
Right.
So we're kind of slowly moving in that direction. Oh, not really slowly. We're moving in that direction, and I think that's exactly right. What can you automate? What can you make faster? What can you make easier? So auto margination, auto trimming, proposals that never need to be touched. Just things like this, and is going to be great.
Yeah, and I think we'll have a window that we can put all our favorite tools in. Rather than have 4 different windows open, we'll have one window, and you'll have everything you use, and it'll simplify.
Essentially customization of the software.
Exactly.
What fits your way of working.
I want the software to prep the tooth.
Well, that's what prep check is, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I wanted to physically be able to put a robot in there and have it prep my tooth.
And we didn't even talk about prep check as a new feature.
Right.
I mean, in the education arena, Mike, I know you guys do a lot of training. What are the benefits of prep check there?
Well, I think it's very easy. It's very difficult to tell a dentist that your prep is terrible, right?
Right.
It's much easier
What?
for
My ego will not be hurt like that.
It's much easier for them to see for themselves how terrible it is.
Right.
You know? No, it is going to be a good tool because the key to CEREC's always been the prep.
Well, key to any good dentistry
Any
is
good
preparation.
dentistry. And so now you can actually see, and you can see, like I look at that every day and I see the errors that I'm making, and it's improving my dentistry every day too.
And you see how that fits into the educational model from schools into the practice now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what we're seeing at BU, for example, and how they're moving forward in digital dentistry, it's clear to me, being here with 6,000 people and the growth that we've seen in 3 years, that digital dentistry is just going to boom the next coming 5 years. I mean, it's exciting to be on the ground floor of this.
You know, it's so funny because that's the one thing I keep thinking about. We get spoiled really fast, right? So this technology has happened so quickly. And we were talking to someone yesterday, and they said, man, just 5 or 10 years ago, none of this was possible, which leads me to believe that in the next, it's not the next 10 or the next 5. The meteoric shift will be perhaps in the next 1 or 2.
Yeah, and we'll see imaging get even easier, even more accurate. I mean, we're going to see tremendous changes.
Yeah, I think you'll see a continuing evolution of materials specifically. So those are going to continue to get better, and the better the materials are, the easier the dentistry is for sure. So,
I agree.
All right. Well, you guys are always fun. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sure we're going to see you again very shortly. All right.
Thank you, David.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back live here in Las Vegas at CEREC 30 in just a moment. Stay with us.